Everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be a 45-minute level 3, or if you are familiar with kettlebells or weighted flow work, then maybe more towards a level 2-3 class. This is 100% in no way, shape or form anything close to a traditional yoga class. So if you're looking for a yoga sculpt class or a more traditional yoga class, this is absolutely not for you. We warm up with some yoga flow, and there are some yoga adjacent movements in this class, but that's about as far as the link between yoga and this class goes. I'm using kettlebells today in my class. I have a 12 kilo kettlebell and a 16 kilo kettlebell. You do not need to go that heavy. If you don't have kettlebells and you wanted to use something like a dumbbell or whatever other weighted thing you have at home, then you could most certainly do that. You want something that's heavy enough to challenge you, but something that you can support in an overhead movement. So if you have something at home, I would say the trickiest sort of position that we get into is you would have the kettlebell overhead and then you're coming down into like a malasana sort of squat. So you want something where you can support that kettlebell overhead with your shoulder in a tricky position. So it doesn't have to be super, super heavy if you're not familiar with those sorts of movements. That's a big shoulder movement. It's a lot of shoulder mobility. It's a lot of shoulder stability, and it's tricky to start with. So if you've never done anything like that before, I would definitely suggest starting with something light so that you can get a feel of the movement and then work your way up into something a little bit heavier. If you enjoy these classes, please remember to like and subscribe and tell a friend. And if you've got comments or feedback, especially on classes like this, which are not something that I necessarily post on here a lot, but I love kettlebells and I love doing things like this. So if you do enjoy them, let me know if you want to see more of them. And yeah, another awkward intro, a la Taz. We are going to get started today with some sun salutations and starting in Tadasana at the tops of our mat. Start at the top of your mat in Tadasana, ground down evenly through your feet. On your next inhale, sweep your arms all the way up towards the sky. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. As you exhale, step back, high plank pose. Inhale, shift yourself forward. Lower your knees if you need to, coming into your first chaturanga. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Little baby steps of your feet all the way to the backs of your wrists, getting a little bit of a hamstring stretch. As you inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Generous bend in the knees, roll yourself all the way up to standing for this first round. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way overhead. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. As you exhale, step back with the opposite foot, high plank. Shift forward, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, back to plank. Option to add a second chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward dog. This time we're going to take straight leg kicks. So raise your right leg up to the sky and then step it about a footprint in front of your left. Raise your left leg up to the sky, step it in front of your right. Keep going all the way up to the top of your mat. When you get there, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bring yourself all the way up to stand. Inhale. As you exhale, fold down. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, this time step, walk, float, chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Option for your second chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Take a generous bend in the knees, send the hips back towards the heels. Look forward. Hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise. We'll take one more round here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk or float, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Bend the knees. Look to the top. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. As you inhale, come into your chair pose. As you exhale, stay in your chair but lift your heels. Inhale, bring your hips all the way down to your heels. Tap your knees to the floor. And bring your knees back up into your toe stand. And then fold it all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, walk, or float. Take your vinyasa. We meet in downward dog. As you inhale, sweep your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it all the way through. Inhale, come up, crescent lunge. As you exhale, open out, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Cartwheel your hands down and then take it through your vinyasa. Sorry, I just had a little bit of a brain glitch there. As you inhale, sweep your left leg up. Exhale, step it to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up, crescent. Exhale, open out, warrior two. Reverse your warrior, inhale. As you exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step back, take it through your vinyasa. Look to the top of your mat, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come into your chair pose. As you exhale, lift your heels. Inhale, bring your hips down to your heels. Exhale, tap your knees to the floor. Inhale, bring them back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take it through your vinyasa. Inhale, sweep your right leg up. Exhale, step it to the top of the mat. Inhale, come up, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse on your inhale. Cartwheel flow through all the way of vinyasa. Exhale. Left leg, inhale. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse it on your inhale. Exhale, hands find the floor. Take it through your vinyasa. We'll do one more like that. Look to the top, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come into your chair pose. Exhale, lift your heels. Inhale, hips to the heels. Exhale, knees tap the floor. Inhale, lift the knees. Woo! Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. As you exhale, take it through your vinyasa. Right leg lifts as you inhale. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel flow through. Inhale, sweep your left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse on your inhale. Cartwheel flow through on your exhale. Look to the top of your mat, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Generous bending your knees, roll yourself all the way up to standing. And then you will grab your weight or kettlebell of choice. If you're holding a kettlebell, you're going to grab it by the horns, so this bit. If you're using a dumbbell or another weight, you just grab it from end to end. Take your feet as wide as you like to for a squat. Hands are going to start down. As you inhale, you're going to come down into your squat. Exhale, bicep curl. Inhale, release it. Exhale to stand. Inhale, squat. Exhale, curl. Inhale, release it. Exhale to stand. So we're just going to warm up a little bit here, and then we'll slowly start to add on. We're going to do 3 more just like this. little balance move to this. So start the same, come down into your squat, curl, release, press to stand on your left leg, right knee to chest, circle the weight around your head, and then come back down into your squat. Curl, release, press to stand on your right leg, circle your weight around your head, halo, come back to center, squat, curl, lower, press to stand on your left leg, circle around your head, come back through center, squat, curl, lower, press to stand on your right leg, circle around your head. So make sure when you're circling around your head, you're circling in a different direction each time. So I'm circling towards my grounded foot. You might want to circle towards your lifted foot. However it works the best in your brain, just make sure that you're alternating, going a different direction each time. We're going to do 2 more on each side, so 4 more in total. And remember to try and link this to your breath. This will be our last one, coming to stand on our right leg. And then we're going to add on, whoopsies, one more time. If you need a break in your biceps, feel free to drop the curl. So we start the same. Curl, release, stand on your left leg, circle around your head. We're going to come into a warrior 3. So the weight is going to go into your right hand, right leg goes back. We're going to row the weight, exhale, so the hand comes back towards the hip. Inhale, release it. Come all the way to stand. Both hands grab the weight down into your squat. Lower. Curl, lower. Press to stand on the right leg. Halo. Weight comes into the left hand as you hinge forward into your warrior 3. Row the left arm. Release it. Both hands hold the weight. Come down into your squat. Exhale, curl. Inhale, release. Exhale, press to stand on the left. Inhale, halo. Exhale through center. Inhale into your warrior 3. Exhale, row. Inhale, release. Exhale, stand. Inhale, squat. Exhale, curl. Inhale, release. Exhale, stand. Inhale, halo. Exhale through center. Inhale, warrior 3. Exhale, row. Inhale, release it. Come all the way back down and through your squat. Keep going. Find a rhythm and a pace that works for you. It might not be the same as me, and that's fine. We're going to do 1 more on each side. You're going to come back down into your squat. You're going to pop your weight down, hop yourself back, coming into a plank pose. Move your weight to one side of the mat. It doesn't matter what side. You could do this from your knees. Feet wider will make this a little bit easier for you. I want you to try and keep your hips still. So my weight is on the right side of my mat. I'm going to take my left hand underneath my body, grab the weight, drag it to the left side of my mat. Come into your plank. Right hand reaches under the body, take the weight, drag it to the right side of the mat. You get the point? You're taking the opposite hand under your body and taking it from side to side. Now I'm on tiles, so I'm not going any wider than my mat, but if you don't have to worry about your floor, then the further away from your body you take that weight, the harder it will be because you have to reach further out of your base of support. Ground down evenly into both feet. We're going to take 10 more in total. You're going to hold your plank. We're going to add on to this. So from your plank, you're going to hop yourself up. We're going to take this first one really slowly. The weight is in my right hand. So this is a snatch. So the weight is going to come in one movement all the way over to my head. If you need to bring it to your shoulder first, then you do it. Otherwise, ground down through your feet. The weight comes all the way overhead. And then we're just going to tap it down. We're going to practice that move a couple of times before we add on. So weight comes all the way up and overhead, and then bring it down. If you need to make this two and go shoulder and then press it up, then you do that first, and that's okay. We're going to do 3 more on this arm. Big exhale as you press it. And then we're just going to switch it to the other arm. So now my left hand takes my weight or my kettlebell, one fluid movement. Exhale, snatch it above your head, bring it to your shoulder, take it down. Exhale to lift, inhale, slow, controlled lower. We're going to do 6 more. Okay, we're going to practice each little bit of this separately. So you're going to start with that move. So I've taken it back to my right hand. You're going to snatch that weight above your head. You're going to hold it there. You're going to step back with your right foot. Step your right foot up. Step back into a crescent lunge. Step it up. We're just going to do 6 more. One more. Bring it back down, all the way to the floor, other side. Left hand grabs the weight, big exhale as you snatch. As you step your left leg back, you'll take an inhale, exhale, step it up. Inhale, step it back, exhale, step it up. We've got 6 more. Bring it down all the way to the floor. Now we're going to put these together with a plank row. We're going to start with a modification and then I'm going to make it harder. So into the right hand. As you exhale, weight comes overhead. Inhale, step back into your lunge. Exhale, step up. Weight comes to the floor. Hop it back into your plank. You're going to drag the weight to the left, to the right, To the left, we're on the other side. Hop your feet up. Weight comes overhead. Step the left leg back. Step it up. Bring the weight down to the floor. Hop back into your plank. Weight to the right, to the left, to the right. Keep it in your right hand. Hop up. Weight overhead. Step back with your right foot. You could always try and step back with your left foot as well. It doesn't really matter. Come down. Weight to the floor. Hop it back. Drag left. Drag right. Drag left. Hop it up. Snatch. Step back with your left foot or your right foot. Play around. Step it up. Weight comes down to the floor. Plank pose. We'll do one more like that. Drag right. Drag left. Drag right. Hop it up. Snatch. Step back into your lunge. Step up. Weight comes down to the floor. Plank. Drag left. Drag right. Drag left. Hop it up. Snatch. Step back lunge. Step up. Bring it down to the floor. I'm going to add on. You can stay exactly where you were if that's where it works. Drag right. Drag left. Drag right. Hop it up. This time, as you snatch, you'll step your leg back at the same time into a lunge. So as I come up, I'm stepping my right leg back so that as my arm ends up at the top, my foot ends up at the back of the mat. It's just practice. Bring it down. Plank. Left. Right. Left. Hop it up. As I'm snatching, my left leg is stepping back. Step up. Bring it down. Come down. You can stick with the first one, remember. We're going to take 4 more rounds in total, so 2 more on each side. Whichever variation you like. We're all going to meet in a plank pose. And we're going to take this into some downward dog taps. So we're going opposite hand to opposite foot. So my weight is next to underneath my right hand. I'm going to take an inhale. I'm going to take an exhale. Tap my weight towards my left foot. Do not squash your toes. And then inhale. You're either going to bring it back underneath your shoulder, or if you have the space without damaging your floor, you're going to reach that right hand out in front of you. Inhale, tap it to the back. Exhale, tap it to the front. We're going for 8 more here. You can totally do this without a weight. Other side, take that weight underneath the left hand. You will tap it towards the right toes, but not on top of them, and then reach it forward. Tap it back, reach it forward. The further you reach forward, the higher it will be. We've got 6 more. vinyasa if you want it, otherwise take a moment in downward dog. When you're ready, you'll make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Again, we're going to walk through this in little segments and then we'll smush it all together. So I'm going to step my right foot back slightly so I'm in a stagger stance. So I'm on train tracks, not a tightrope. Take a deep bend into both of your knees. You're up on the ball of your back foot. Let me see how I can angle this so you can see me well. We're going to come into a row. So when you row, don't think about rowing into your rib cage here. Think about rowing back towards your hip a little bit more and sliding your shoulder blade towards your spine. So take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to row that right hand and then inhale, just tap it down. Exhale to row. Inhale, tap it down. We're just going to do 8 more here. I'm using my left leg almost like a bench for my left arm. Two more. And then we're just going to switch our feet. So right foot forward, left foot back, kind of on a diagonal. Up on the ball of the left foot, nice deep bend in that right knee. Almost like you're surfing. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to row with that left arm. Let it go. Exhale to row. Inhale, control it down. You've got 8 more. Beautiful. Okay, switch your feet again. So come back to the left. We're going to add on that snatch again. So you're going to come into your row. So you'll row once, set that weight down. Then that right hand comes all the way up overhead into our snatch. We're going to practice that 4 more times because we're going to add on after that. You'll row, let it down, snatch, let it down. Exhale to row. Inhale, release. Exhale, snatch. Inhale it down. You've just got 2 more. Set it down. We'll take 5 on the other side. So right foot forward, left foot back. Exhale, row. Inhale it down. Exhale, snatch. Use your legs to help you. Inhale it down. Exhale, row. Inhale, release. Exhale, snatch. Inhale, release. 3 more. Beautiful. Bring it down. Okay, we're going to add one more thing to this. We're going to add a squat. I'm going to give you 2 options. You can either hold it at your shoulder or you can hold it overhead. I don't know if I'm strong enough to hold it overhead, but we'll see how we go. So start the same. My left foot is in front, weight is in my right hand. I row, let it go, snatch. Keep your feet exactly where they are. Most of your weight is coming into your left foot. You could keep your arm up overhead or you can bring it down. Let's see how we go. You're going to start to bend your knees. Weight drops in between your feet. Ooh, I did it. And then as you exhale, whew, you're going to press yourself all the way back up. It's a lot of mobility and a lot of strength. Release it. We're going to go same side. Row, release, snatch. Weight can come back to your shoulder or most of your weight is in that left foot. It's like you're crouching down to tie up your shoe. Press through your left foot, come all the way to stand. We're just gonna do 6 more. Last one here. And then bring it down. We're going to take it to the other side. So we're going to start with that row. Whew, that gets your heart rate up. All right. So we're in a row. We're going to snatch. Weight can come down to your shoulder if you need to. Otherwise, keep it up there. Ooh, I don't know if I can do this side. My shoulder's not as strong. You're going to drop yourself down. Woo! And then bring yourself back up. This side's a lot harder for me. Bring it down. Beautiful. We got 7 more. I'm not going to talk. You should know where we're going by now. We've got 1 more. And then you'll bring it down. Set that weight off to the side. Take it through a vinyasa or come straight to downward facing dog. From here, you're going to step walk or float your feet to the middle of your mat and then come up to stand on your shins. I'm going to face the long end of my mat. Again, if your floor is not an issue, you face whatever direction you want to. Weight is going to start next to one knee. So I've got it next to my right knee. Now, really important here, this weight is going to come overhead. Don't do this. We're not going into a camel pose. Engage your glutes and then move the weight from there. If you need to do it without a weight, do it without a weight. So you can grab that kettlebell or your weight. Take an inhale at the bottom. As you exhale, engage your glutes. Keep both of your shins down. Make a big rainbow over your head. And then inhale, tap it to the other side. Exhale, make your rainbow. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, rainbow. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, rainbow. Inhale, tap it down. We've got 8 more on each side. One more on each side. Beautiful. Set that kettlebell off to the side. Same thing as before. You can take it through a vinyasa, or you can rest in downward facing dog. Look towards the top of your mat. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, this one's going to be quite similar to the last one, but I would argue maybe a little bit easier. So, feet are going to go about hips width distance apart or a little bit wider. We're going to start with a very similar sequence. So, you're going to row. You're going to snatch. Now, even if the stagger was hard before, you might be able to do an overhead hold squat here. So, I have to turn my torso a bit. You might be able to just drop ass to grass. But you're going to start to bend into your knees. I find it helps to look up at that kettlebell. See if you can drop your hips nice and low. And then you're going to lead like someone is pulling you up by your hand all the way back up to the top. Bring that kettlebell down. Take it to the other side. So we row. We snatch. Keep that weight up there if you can. Send your hips back and down. I find it helps to look up at the kettlebell. I have to turn a little bit to get the mobility. You might not need to. Drive through your feet. Someone is pulling you up by your hand. Come all the way back up to the top. Set it down, switch it out. Row. Snatch. Little turn. Look up at the kettlebell. All the way back up to stand. Bring it down. Row. Snatch. Malasana. Adjacent. Come all the way back up to stand. Switch it out. We do 6 more in total. Actually, we're going to do 8 more in total. 4 more on each side. Two more. Set it down. Once again, vinyasa, or take it straight to your downward dog. We're nearly done. You're going to step, walk, or float through into a seat. If you're using 2 kettlebells, I would say, or if you're using 2 weights, I would say you want a lighter weight for this one. So I'm going to take you through a half get up, and then I'm going to give you the option for a full get up. Adjust my fan so I don't die of heat exhaustion. Okie dokie. So, you come to lie all the way down on your back. The kettlebell is going to be in your right hand. Your left leg is going to go long, and your right knee is going to bend as if you're coming into a bridge. Send that kettlebell straight up above your shoulder to the sky. Think that it's attached by a rope. It's going to stay there, and you're going to look at it. So your arm is going to move, but the kettlebell will stay in the same place. It'll make sense as we go. Okay. You're going to start by coming almost into a crunch. So think about someone pulling your hand up to the sky. Prop onto your left elbow. So this might be where you stay. Your next step would be to straighten your left elbow, lift your hips like a reverse tabletop. This might be where you stay. We're going to practice this bit a few times. Lower your hips, lower your elbow, roll yourself down. Come into your little crunch, prop onto your elbow. Straighten your elbow, plant into your right foot, lift your hips, lower your hips, roll it down. So if you're looking at my arm is staying straight. That kettlebell stays above my shoulder the whole time, even though my body is moving. We do one more like this. And we're going to switch it out. So extend your right leg long, bend your left knee, kettlebell in the left hand to the sky. Take an inhale. As you exhale, come into that little crunch, prop up onto your right elbow. Keep looking at that kettlebell. Option to straighten the elbow, plant the hand. Option to press into the left foot, lift the hips. Lower the hips, lower the elbow, lower the body. Lift up, straighten the elbow, plant into the foot, lift the hips. Lower, roll it down. You've got 4 more. Oops. Try and keep your straight leg down on the floor. That was a terrible example on my behalf. So last one. And then bring it down. So if that was really hard for you, you can stay there. I'm going to give you the options to go further into a full Turkish get-up. Otherwise, you can stay at any point along the road. So kettlebell in your right hand, up above your shoulder. You're going to come up into your little crunch, prop onto your left elbow, plant into your left hand, lift your hips. The left foot is going to step through behind you. So come into like a low lunge. Your left hand is still on the floor. Your right hand pulls you up into a half kneeling position. Keep looking at that kettlebell if you can. We're coming all the way to stand. Ground down through your right foot. Come all the way to stand. And now we get to reverse it. So left foot steps back in space, lower the knee. You're going to take the left hand down to the floor to the side of your mat. Left leg is going to kick through to the front of your mat. Lower your hips, roll yourself down. Roll yourself up. Plant your left hand. Lift your hips. Left leg steps through and back. Come all the way, half kneeling. Press into your right foot. Press to stand. Lower the left knee. Lower the left hand. Kick the left foot through. Lower the hips. Lower the torso. We're going to do 2 more. Roll up. Plant the hand. Lift the hips. Step back and through. Lift the torso. Press to stand. Lower the knee. Lower the hand. Kick the leg through. Lower the hips. Lower the body. Ooh, it's hard on the shoulder. 1 more. Roll up. Hand. Step through. Lift up. Stand up. Lower the knee. Hand. Kick through. Hips. Roll down. Whew. Lower that hand. And give it a shake. We've got 4 more on the other side. I think we did 4 on that side. So take the kettlebell into your left hand. So it's resting in your palm. Straighten your right leg. Left hand to the sky. We start with our little roll up. Straighten the arm. Lift the hips. Right leg steps back and through. Lift the torso. Press into the legs to stand. Lower the right knee. Lower the hand. Press into the hand to kick the right leg through. Lower the hips. Roll it down. Got 3 more. Did we do 3? Did we do 4 or 5? I don't know. If you were counting and I'm wrong, And then do 5. I'm going for 4. It's hard to count and talk at the same time. So my last one. Lower it all the way down. Set that kettlebell off to the side. You can rock and roll yourself all the way up. Option for one, whoopsie, final vinyasa before we meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Plant your left hand. Inhale, sweep your right arm up, come into a twist. And then as you exhale, thread that right hand under. See if you can tap your left thigh. Just 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Last one. Lower your back knee. See if you can reach your right hand back as you bend that left knee, coming into a quad stretch or a hamstring cramp. Either way. Release your left foot and we're just going to step it out. Switch it out, sorry. So step your left foot forward. Inhale, sweep your left arm to the sky. Exhale, twist it through. 2 more. Inhale, come into a twist. Lower your right knee. Bend your right knee, reach your left hand back. Catch the incoming foot for a quad stretch. Release that leg. You're going to step your right leg through. Just come to sit down on your glutes. Legs out in front of you. Inhale, stretch those arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Roll it all the way up, and we're just going to finish with a really simple cross-legged twist. So come to your favorite seated position. If there's another twist that you would prefer, feel free to take it. Left hand finds the right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, sit nice and tall. And then as you exhale, take a twist towards the right. And then take it to the other direction. Come back through center. If there's any other stretches, movements, positions that you feel like you want to or need to take, please feel free to take them. Otherwise, well done, good job. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.